Hey, what's up everyone? This is Snackbox. Hope you all are having an amazing day. Guys, in this video we are going to snack some more shards. In case you haven't seen it yet, my other shard pool video was very lucky on my primal shards, also very lucky on the ancient shards. Not gonna lie, my rate on the legendary champions was insane. So today we are going to open some more shards for the Path of the Lost. I'm pretty much there to collect Balar, the champion, and now I want to get a few more points to get these mythical relic materials. So that means I need like 40,000 more points, but what we are going to do is, uh, you know, open up all my void shards. 77 is what I have saved up. I did get a sacred shard from the clan boss, but I'm definitely gonna save it up for now and only open up my void shards. I want to target Warlord out of the progressive event. Venus is also not that bad. I don't have either of them. I do have Tuhanarak, but yeah, I want Warlord more than Venus, especially for the Faction Wars crypt. I think he will definitely be a great asset to my Orcs team. And yeah, so this is gonna be my pick here, Warlord and Madame Ceres. In terms of chances, they are pretty much the same as usual. Nothing boosted, 0.5% chance for a legendary, 8% for an epic. And I pretty much pulled a legendary champion a couple of shards ago. But really the main focus for me is to get the points for the path. Alright, so we're gonna start with single pulls, and then once I hit 70, I'm gonna continue with 10 pulls. Alright, let's go. Let's see what we can get. I'm not expecting too much, as I said, because the chances are really low, right? But 750 points for one void shard is actually very, very cool. It's a lot of points, which I actually need. I am at the moment, I do have enough points for the champion. Now I need, another 40,000 for the mythical mats, and I will also get a little bit more points from those void shards than I need. And I think I'm gonna get one of these mythical books for the extra points that I get from these void shards. I think it's a good trade-off. Especially now that I pulled like 2 mythicals in, what was it, 12 shards or something. I'm really in need of mythical books. Right now I do have enough books for one of those mythical champions. But yeah, I'll definitely need some more. I also haven't booked Carnage completely yet, so he will need some books as well. You really can't have enough mythical books, to be honest, unless, you don't have mythical champions. And it was really like that for a while for me. I'd only had like 1 or 2 mythical champions, and in this last run that I had from like August last year when I came back, I got a couple more mythical champions, and I'm really happy about that. All right, so now we hit 70 white shards. Let's start with the 10 pulls and see if we can hit the gold lightning. It would be very nice to get something juicy here. There are definitely some void legendaries that I'm still looking for. For example, I don't have a Warlord, right? I don't have a Krisk. A Krisk would be also amazing for Faction Wars Hard, and maybe different content as well. I don't have a Senna. Senna would be amazing. I wouldn't say no to a Raka for Faction Wars Hard. So there are a couple of void legendaries that I'm still after. You got a rare tax here. Also, I wouldn't be too mad about some seer copies. That would be amazing as well, so I can empower her. That always helps, especially for like event dungeons and stuff like that. Oh, we got a Madame Ceres here. That's cool. That's another empowerment. Next 10. We actually got 3 epics in this 10 pool, so it's actually not bad for a 1x. Okay, Warcaster. Another epic, Umbral Enchantress. This champion actually helped me so much in general for Hydra, in Faction Wars Hard. Such an underrated champion. All right, next 10. Nothing crazy so far. Who knows? It may still come. Who knows? Okay, got another epic, Skimfus. I actually never used this champion, but it looks cool. All right, next 10. Doom Screech. All right, got two of them. Right, another red tags. How many do we have left? So this is the last 10 pull. Let's see. All right, got another Umbro. All right. Ooh. Okay, so nothing here. No legendary champion. Got a couple of epics that, you know, I can empower. That's cool. That's gonna help a little bit. But no warlord for me. Unfortunate. But, you know, we had enough luck in the last shark pool video, so I'm not gonna be mad about that. That's all cool. But now we can actually start collecting the rewards from the Path of the Lost. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna, you know, pick the right path. On the right side, you have the key before the legendary mats, and on the left side, you have the legendary mats before the key. So that's kind of like the reason why the right side is cheaper, but it doesn't really matter because I'm going for the mythical mats anyway. But just in general, if you don't go for the mythical mats and just for the champion or something, the right side is what you want to go for. And I'm going to collect those mythical mats. Let's go. Nice one. And now the middle lane. Unlock the left side. Legendary book. And we got the champion. Let's go. Nice. All right. Now I also collected all of the legendary champions from the Chaos Awakes campaign. Actually, that's not completely true. I have Gracchus here ready to be fused, so I need to do that maybe for the next CVC. For those that don't know, you will have time until the 5th of August. This has officially been confirmed by the community managers. So until the 5th of August, you have time to collect all these legendary champions. You don't need Kurosa. You only need Gracchus. You need Lemonici, which is the login champion. Tholin, which was the fusion. And Balar. And that's all you need for this extra reward. It's going to be an avatar frame, the Skull of Treason relic, some gemstones. And you can see it right here. I'm going to put it in here in the video. All right, but let's talk about Balar real quick, because I really think this is such an amazing champion. He's an attack-based champion from the Sylvan Watchers. And the reason why I think he's so amazing is because he can place that shield, right? He has a poison sensitivity. He has leech. He can activate poisons. He can place up to 3 poisons on all enemies, right? He can place decrease resistance, and he can place increase accuracy on all of your allies. So you don't have to build him with a lot of accuracy, because you will always have that increased accuracy ready to go. Also, his passive gives him an additional ignore defense effect by 1% for each poison debuff that is instantly activated, and you can stack that up to 20%. So once you activated 20 poisons, you will have an additional 20% ignore defense. And then on top of that, fills this champion's turn meter by 5% whenever a poison debuff is placed on an enemy. So he has a constant turn meter boost going up as well by himself. So that is pretty amazing. He's a Spirit Affinity champion, and if we take a look at the current rotation of Chimera, it is Void Affinity, and it changes to Force Affinity, so it's perfect right now. If we take a look at the trials, you know, there's this trial chain on the Viper form where you have to damage the Chimera with poison debuffs, and this is actually not that easy to do, because there are not so many champions that can place poisons, right? You have Farrakhan, for example, that does a lot of other things. In Chimera, that's kind of like the thing. You want to bring champions that do multiple things, multiple buffs and debuffs, so you can complete a couple of trials with those champions. And Bala is definitely a prime example for that because it brings all these other buffs and debuffs as well. For example, for the ramp form, he does supply that increase accuracy buff. Then he has that shield buff on this A1, and maybe that will help here with the trial here on the lion form. I don't know if it's possible or not, if the shield is enough, but I will try. He has the leech as well, right? But then he also places the decreased resistance here. He's actually enabling a lot of trials, and that's why he's one of the best for Chimera. All right, but now we are going to craft some relics. I do have a good amount of relic material here that we can use up, and hopefully I can get lucky here. I really hope I can get lucky here. All right, we're going to start off with the Chimera materials though. There are not many from the standard group or the Chimera group that I would love to have from the legendary relics and epic relics. Maybe the Wand of Submission. That's probably the only one from the standard group that I still need like 3 or 4 more. But other than that, there are not many, that I would love to get because I have plenty of them. And there we go. We have a Gore Crescent. I hope I'm saying this right. I don't know, but this is actually also not a bad relic. This is actually a pretty solid relic, and I'm not gonna complain about that because we just crafted it from epic material. And I actually used this on my Wukong, right? Because the Vera's next attack after killing an enemy deals 20% more damage. Now, if you rank that up, which I still need to do, you can get another 10%, 15% more damage on level 4. And the cool thing about this relic is that you can, fit 2 of these Dungeon Delver gemstones in there that give you another 10% more damage in dungeon battles. And that helps, for example, for the event dungeon where you try to nuke the whole boss with your Wukong. So that is actually a very solid relic for that. Either way, let's get back to crafting. So now I'm gonna mix up 50 of those rare materials with 50 of the Chimera relic materials. Let's see. Okay, we got a rare from the Chaos Awakes campaign. Now let's see, Chaos Awakes campaign relic material, the epic ones. I have 200. And the first 100 are going to give us a rare relic that we just got before that as well. Okay, next one. Here we go. And we're going to get an epic, a golden elixir. Got plenty of those. Man, I ranked those up for the event dungeon and now I'm not even using it. I guess at one point I'm going to use them as food for other relics. But I don't know, maybe I'll keep them also because you never know what's coming next and maybe, we can use them somewhere else in future content. Anyway, now, legendary crafting materials. Let's see, 0.5% chance for mythicals, 39.5% chance for legendary. Let's see what we can get. And it's a legendary wand. Let's go, Wand of Submission. This is my 6th one, I think, and it comes in right on time. I need one for my Armans. This is gonna be the wand for my Armans, 100%. So this is actually beautiful. I really love that. I need like 2 or 3 more, and then I'm pretty much set with the wands. This is probably one of the best legendary relics there is, especially for arena. Pretty amazing. All right, but now it's time. Time for the mythical mats. You all know what we want. You all know what I want. And yeah, let's see if we can hit the 20%. Can we continue the lucky streak? Let's see. No! No! Why? Oh man, I mean, goddamn, this is... We missed it by an inch. Really, I mean, I cannot be mad about the mythical relic. But guys, man, this is... this hurts a little bit, Because this relic, it's a mythical relic, but it doesn't... like, the Cat's Gaze is just better than this. Like, the Cat's Gaze is a legendary relic, I really think this one needs a little buff, you know? It's a mythical relic. It should be better than legendary relics. It should not be worse than the cat's gaze. You know, it's also from an, campaign, right? From an event. So it's kind of like in the same group. It's one rarity higher, but it's just worse. That's kind of like what I don't understand about this relic and why they designed it like that, because you have the cat's gaze already. You knew the cat's gaze is in the game. The cat's gaze gives you 10% death ignore when attacking enemies with higher max HP. And that's most likely the case all the time because you use it on, champions like Hegemon that don't have HP, or Marius, Harima, just damage dealers where you're not stacking HP. At level 3, it's already 14%. At level 4, it's 16%, and so on. And you can get it up to 20% if you max it out. 20% more death ignore when attacking enemies with higher HP. Now, I do understand that the other one is not conditional, right? So you will always have those 15% death ignore as long as you have the buff. So it's tied to a buff. I don't think it should be tied to a buff. It should be just applied to the champion that is wearing the relic all the time. Because with the buff, you can just remove the buff, and then the relic is absolutely useless unless you kill somebody. But, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about this relic. Do you guys think this needs a little buff or a little rework? Because I really think so. I really think this mythical relic needs a little rework. But maybe I'm wrong. Who am I to decide this, right? But that's just how I feel about this relic. I got a mythical relic from the Chaos Awaits campaign. That's cool. I wish it was the other one, really. I really wish it was the other one, because the other one is just, absolutely mind-blowing. The amount of speed you can get from this Crown of Corruption is insane. Like, look at this. 5% speed when above 50% HP. And you can rank this up. You can get 11% at rank 4, up to 15% if you max this relic. 15%, and that includes your speed after applying the aura and all that other stuff once you're in the battle. That is insane. If you have a champion that can reach like 500 speed or something, with the aura, with intimidating presence and all that stuff, you will gain like 40, 50 additional speed easily. That is insane. That means you can basically build your speed boosters in stone skin, make them really fast, and they will still outspeed most of the speed boosters in the arena. So that is actually insane. But anyway, as I said, I'm not gonna be mad about this. Pull the mythical relic. It's my 4th one actually, and I'm just happy I didn't get a 4th Volcadiac heart, because that would have crushed me. I got 3 hearts, right? Now I'm not that mad about it anymore, because now we have Titus and he actually benefits from Volcadiac heart because it gives that additional shield, right? So that just means I can stack more damage. I'm happy I didn't get a 4th one. Now, I also don't know who I should put this on. I have to think about that, but yeah. If you guys have any ideas, also let me know in the comments below. There should be a couple good options for this relic. I just have to think about it a little bit more and see what I can come up with. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really goes a long way. And with that being said, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And yeah, see you in the next one.